What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. We're going for an experimental show today for your Fixed Friday. So there's two ways you can enjoy the show. You can skip ahead to watch this video without the commentary, but as I am Repeat, I'm here to answer the question I often get. It is, you criticize your opponents when they do things you don't like or don't recommend, but you don't as often tell us what they should be doing. So what I'm going to be doing with this game is I'm going to be discussing and playing, virtually at least, every position in real time. So without further ado, let's let Pete get on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. So classic fixed world domination. We're going to be playing a little bit. We know I don't. Classic fixed world domination. Love Australia. We like classic fixed world domination. In this situation, spawning with Australia, we have started with Australia. So this tells us one very important thing, which is pretty much no matter what, no matter how we slice it, we're going to be playing the Australia position today. So, in the interest of doing every player justice, we look at what purple spawn is. So, purple position turn one looks like we're hiding behind Pete's ugly head territory, but it looks like they might have a South America open with 2 3s. That's their second highest concentration of troops. They have 7 troops. This is me being upset that I lost Australia. They have 7 troops in Northern Asia. They have Pete, you're going to be the Australian noob 6 today. Troops in South America, but they're first act, so they can make it 9.
Perfect.
It looks like they do. So it looks like no. Okay, so this is already we already see an error for purple.
Alliances are on fog blizzards.
So if you were purple and you wanted to invest 2 out of your 3 starting troops in South America, where you have an opponent with a 3 and an opponent with 7 in the sphere, right? Green had slightly more of a claim to South America. So this is a block on South America without actually taking it. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend if you're going to invest, you might as well invest all 3 there and use your stacks in Asia, use your ancillary material, whatever you need to do to get a card, but keep the maximum amount of troops in your sphere. So the fact that they put a troop in Northern Asia tells us that they're looking for South America, but they're not willing to roll a 89% roll the 3v1 to get their first card, which I think is how I would have played it if I was purple. I would either have added all 3 to Asia and just accept that we're not getting South America, or added all 3 to Argentina as well, not to Brazil, because we want to give our opponents the maximum amount of roads out of the position so that we can take it with the least amount of damage.
Ladies and gentlemen,
okay,
this is Classic Fixed World.
And moving on to Red's position. So Red spawns.
Alliances are on fog blizzards.
Red spawns in with a gifted Europe position. So if I'm red here, what I do is I add everything to the 5, I attack into the 2, and then I fort the 4 over, leaving a line to the second 4 also being able to enter.
The ultimate seed playing is orange.
The issue with that is that red will quickly find themselves in a single position, and if they miss a set and or fail to take the bonus quickly,
who would also like
you might get killed.
Something to say about this? Oh no, red plays well.
So they move in. I comment that they play well because they did something that I probably would have done myself in their seat. The other way that we would often see red played is red might add to the 4 and threaten the Australian noob slam, which you see so often. It's become a bit of a meme. Turn 1 for green. What do we like for green? Green spawn kind of sucks.
That would be fun.
Purple fortifying down to the bottom of Argentina is correct, though. So they are taking South America. I think I should have paid more attention to this. That was a tell that purple was good. Now for green, we see them adding to South Africa. This is an Africa spawn. And then what what I guess they do is they attack off the 4, fort the 3, and then they have most of their troops in the African sphere. I like that for green. This seems like a great start. Attack off the 4, fort the 3 over. Okay, and yellow's turn 1. Yellow starts with 4 troops.
Okay.
Yellow has the North America position, but they would have to fight blue for it. That's a sticky wicket. One thing yellow could do is they could invest in the 4 and try and give blue means of escape, fort the 3 into the 4. Where do they get their card? They get their card off the 3v1 in Asia. Another thing they could do is add to the 3, attack in. Now they have even more of their troops in the North America sphere. Let's see what they actually do.
I can dig it. It's the North American start I've ever seen one. Oh, baby.
Okay, they do the attack in. So this is a
It's
claim on
great.
North America, but it
It's
also
such a definitive
blocks
spot.
blue
Okay, so
from consolidating
spheres of
Northern
influence are
Europe.
already kind of established. We got yellow clearly going for North America,
And they
We
remove
got
that
red
block. So this is a
clearly going
good
for-
friendly move by yellow to say blue, hey, do you want to go into Europe and link your stuff up? Blue spawn really sucks. They're starting with 5 troops, but now that they can't really take North America, blue's kind of the short stack now. Do they take the itinerant position in Asia? Do they themselves go for the Australian noob slam? We might see that, right? Putting 5 on a 3 makes an 8, which it doesn't block me from taking the bonus turn 1, but it does cause Australia to be way less beneficial.
for Europe.
What do we see
We got
blue
green
do?
going for Africa.
I throw green thumbs up
Purple kind of sits in SA.
because green is asking me to move my shit out, which
so
I
here we go for
totally will
here.
do. Because the blue adds to North America, hits the Greenland, forts the 4 over to Greenland.
First stream I catch, you get a classic.
No, they
spot.
link
Has to
themselves. Okay,
have
they
the
link
part.
themselves up in northern North America. Okay. I
This
mean,
is
I
the
don't
part
see any
asking the
need for 2
questions.
attacks, but fair enough. So we
Yes,
start
it
with
is,
6
Bart
troops.
Bram. Oh man, I love your questions.
We start with 6
Don't,
troops.
Don't be shy with
We
them.
have a gift this turn, right? This is the most
Don't be
obvious
shy with them. I love
play.
your
You all saw it coming.
I think
Fort
it
the
makes
4 to the
show more
8.
interesting when I have something interesting to talk about.
But no, I do something different. I play nice with green. I'm giving green
love the asking. Love the
Africa. So, moving 3 out of Africa gives green Africa turn earlier. This has 7 full troops locked up, but because nobody else is threatening to take Australia, I don't need to worry about it. For purple's turn 2, we see purple lighting up. They're going to hit my 3 out of Peru.
Author says, "Hey Pete, in a vid recently, I heard something about a map company."
No, not yet. They stack.
Yeah, I
My
think that's on
big
the,
juicy head is hiding,
sorry.
what is it, 9 troops? 10 troops now in Argentina. That's where
Oh, it goes
purple's
both
troops
ways.
are.
I appreciate the interactivity. So you're making the show better.
Red slowly
So blue
takes
blocks
Europe.
Yellow.
This is correct. This
in
makes
North America.
sense.
Sure.
And green is going to hit a 5v2 on blue, I think.
On the risk
8v2?
score, I know the risk
Yep,
Discord
very
has a
nice.
lot going on.
So they'll get Africa next turn. I don't think they take it this turn, but... Oh, they hit a 3 just like that. They do take it this turn. Okay. Green. This tells us that green is a bit on the aggressive
Yes,
side.
discussion?
Okay. That's a bit of a tell. And what does yellow do? So this is tricky. I don't actually know what I would recommend yellow do here. If it was me, I'd still gun for North America. But I actually think I'd put a troop here. And I put a troop here because I don't want to lose my only exterior position. I put a troop here, attack up, maybe. And then everything else on the 8. Wait and see. Don't fort the 3 or the 2 into the 8 because we don't want to give blue cards. We don't want blue investing in North America. We want to take North America. But I think maybe adding a troop exterior keeps us alive longer if we miss a set.
Probably be in the community tab somewhere.
What does yellow actually do?
There's a lot of tabs in this Discord.
Okay, they're attacking down. No, they attack up.
Yeah,
They
the
hit
map competition
blue.
comes around a bunch of times.
Why? I don't like that play. That play makes no real sense to me. But they are insisting on North America. So now blue is still a sticky wicket, right? How do you get out of the trap? Blue is trapped. So yellow's position, North America. Red's position, Europe. Blue is trapped. We actually see this quite frequently. This is a fairly common position to find yourself in. How do you get out as blue? Well, one of the things you can do, you can send alliances, right? You can talk to people and say, hey, you gonna let me out? I don't want you to have to hit 11, 12, 13, 14 troops, right? But you gotta make it so that you give me something. So blue invests exterior to get a card.
Doing a PRT in my server. Oh yeah. The risk Discord
Removes red from Japan.
From in game.
And I say puts the 3 into the 11 with a idea to path, I think, into Asia long term. Turn 2 for me, we hold Australia and we get value out of our 3 before it is gone. This gives purple at turn 3 South America without having hit anything larger than a 1. Where would purple stack? Purple also has the best possible
you are making the show better. I love dick jokes.
South America setup.
I do not feel...
And the South America setup is, in my opinion, there's a number of ways to play South America, right? You can play, the worst way is the Mickey Mouse, right? Go bad to both of your neighbors and hold in their bonuses. One of the better ways to play is to go for a +5, but green has already taken it. Another way is to do the bully North America play, which often gets you suicided. But I think the best situation for purple is the large stack in Asia. You might want 50% of your troops. You might want slightly more, slightly less. But if purple does the 2 position in South America, it has the benefit of them being a bit harder to kill because they're in 2 places, and they're still going to hold a bonus. They're still going to generate, and they're not going to offend their immediate neighbors. Let's see what they do. Where do they put the stack?
For a little dick joke, now and again.
Okay. They open the road. Oh, what happened? Nothing. Just had to load. They open the road for blue to get out of North America. Now blue can get out of North America fairly cheap.
The dice change.
Red takes Europe here, right? Green starts telling me to attack red, and they indicate that they know how to ask a question. So if you guys are new to the way the alliances work in Risk, you have 9 options, right? You have attack. So between me and green, our alliance options are attack purple, attack red, attack yellow, attack blue. If I click on my own color, it says attack my territory if you need to. And if I click on his color, it says, I'm sorry, I have to attack your territory. In addition to those 6 options, you also have the 3 suggestions. One of them is thumbs up, one of them is thumbs down, and one of them is a heart. I think the heart is almost identical to the thumbs up. So realistically, we only really have 8 options. But I like sending hearts just because. So this is a tell by green that they're trying to work with me. I like that. And I'm wondering how. Because he's asking me to break Europe. It's definitely in his best interest to work with the European player against me. So that's a strange thing for him to ask. He's also ahead of me in the turn order. So the initiative is on him to break. The Africa position getting +3, the Australia position getting +2. They will be outclassed by the Europe position getting +5 if Europe holds. So I think what green might be trying to do is he might be trying to work with me such that we can stop the Europe player from getting strong.
You attack red. This is a classic. I'm going to ask you to do something.
And he's asking me to do it, and I say you do it. Right? I'm not giving him the thumbs up in agreement. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm saying you do it. If you want to do it, do it.
They're talking to us now.
And doesn't break. Okay. So the circumstance with the alliance here is my opponent wants me to agree to a deal. But as far as I could understand that deal, he wanted me to agree to a bad deal. He wanted me to be the bad guy. He wanted me to maybe add to the 4, break a 2, right? And then I'm at war with red, and green gets to sit there and mop it up, right? If green wants initiative on red, the turn order matters here, right? If I hit red, red has a chance to retaliate on me before green is next to act. So our yellow's position here, over in North America, I would assume, now that blue can get out, I would assume just hit down off the 8, maybe sit, or maybe hit down off the 8 and then pull back, such that it is a non-confrontational hold with purple. But if broken, then the stack can reciprocate. That's probably what I would do if I was yellow. I would add to the 8, attack Mexico, and then pull back to Eastern USA.
Hey, Sam.
Yellow does not do that.
Can they fix
Yellow
the cheaters?
hits
Hopefully.
blue? No. Yeah, this does not advance him in position. It costs him. Okay, yellow is the one who's leaving North America.
Ace says, what's
Okay.
the difference between a woman
I don't know
and a
why
computer?
yellow would bow
A
out.
woman won't accept a 3.5-inch floppy, and you damn right.
Perhaps he wasn't willing to worry about
either.
purple in South America. Maybe he was worried that purple was going to pull a Mickey Mouse or something,
Amen,
right?
Sir.
You can see immediately why I call it the Mickey Mouse. For blue,
It's nice to
yeah.
see.
Blue sits in Greenland, doesn't leave. But he is kind of merging himself. Puts the 4 in Japan. Okay, so my turn here, I step up.
You accidentally
I step up into Siam with a big open stack. This is how you play Australia. You play Australia aggressive. You use that early generation. Make a fist and try and kill someone and steal their position. This is, in my opinion, the only correct, quote-unquote, correct way to play Australia is always pay attention to how you can get out of it as quickly as possible. Purple's playing South America well. They are. Pete is discussing exactly what I just said.
After the kill is made,
Purple
remain stuck
is
in this shitty position.
doing the 50-50 South America 2 position. Red holds.
Attack red, you want me to follow up? I'm down.
And
'Cause that will
green,
actually work good
yeah,
for me,
and green
because
is
then
like
I'll
doing
get
the same thing, but I say you gotta take
Europe
initiative.
out of the deal.
So
Let's see, like I don't know, green.
If they do take initiative and roll through yellow's 3, they do. This puts yellow in a single position. The reason I track single positions is for kills. I want to know who I can kill and when. It's worth it. So, green has aggressively negotiated with me.
Green will be testing me to see if I back him here.
So, he
How hard
sets.
does he hit red? If
If he hits red hard
I'll kill
enough, I kill
it.
it.
If you hit red hard enough, I will finish the job.
I will finish the job. This is a bad
Red will
move
not see
for
it coming.
green. Why? It does potentially advance the game state if I am loyal. If I am not loyal, it is a bad move. But advancing the game state isn't necessarily advancing the game state in green's advantage. And we'll see why. He's basically feeding a kill to me, giving me even more early game advantage. What green does with this move is he extends the value of my early game initiative.
They'll be very upset.
Okay, he hits like half of red's troops. Red's on 4. I can dry kill red and set and recoup most of what it costs to make that kill. Okay, what green thinks, perhaps, he says, yeah, follow up on your end of the deal. He says attack red. What green thinks perhaps with this is that I'm going to kill red. And then green's going to get Europe. So he's going to upgrade from Africa to Europe. That's the most charitable take for why green was willing to feed this kill. He wanted Europe. Yellow's position is now kind of mysterious. If yellow doesn't have a set, they might die. I'm kind of lined up this way. This is kind of a sneaky kill on yellow, but you guys see it. If I was yellow, I would have been more aggressively trying to let blue out. So now I bet you they step into Kamchatka, right? They run away.
Uh-huh. I'm in. I'll take 4 free cards at this point.
Yeah, I comment to
Yeah,
green that
no,
like I'm
you're
very
good.
happy that he
I
fed
see
me the
what
kill
you're
and I'm
doing.
going to take it.
This is a good play. I like green too. He's forcing some action.
We comment in the chat that we like green. I'm actually very suspicious of green. I'm suspicious of players that
Africa for the taking?
just
I
give
just
me
wonder-
gifts, right? Why would you play to my benefit and not your own? Blue's kind of stuck.
explained
He
what
keeps
you were
insisting
doing,
that
and
I
I'm
kill
saying
red.
to
I'm
us.
going to kill red. It's in my best interest to do so. He doesn't need to encourage me to kill red. I'm happy to do it.
But like,
Blue's position, yeah, just add to Greenland.
I get
So it's
Africa, you
either
get,
blue and yellow are in situations now where who gets a set determines
Europe?
who kills who.
yes. I'm not going to go
But
back
blue
to
is now
Australia.
working
Once
on
I'm out of
North
Australia, I'm
America.
not returning.
Yellow's in a single position, blue's on 2. So the yellow kill is technically easier to get. I kill red here. And then very interesting things happen, as I recall. So green is extremely communicative with the alliances. This I like. However, green is also
Now that we're out of Africa,
giving me advantage kind of at his own expense. This I am suspicious of. So I put my troops in Middle East because, as I was saying, one very important thing that I'm looking to do from the Australia position is leave it. So I've made a kill, but instead of stealing red's position, I ask green if I can take his. This again is not a good move. He says, yes, do it.
Yeah?
He says, yes, do it.
Okay?
So green is obviously
Yeah? Really?
able to
Are you the
understand. I'm
best
like,
friend
really?
I've
No
ever met
way,
in my life?
right? He's obviously able
Okay.
to understand.
This is some very
alliances.
collaborative play.
Yeah, as
for
I say,
classic
very
things.
collaborative play. Suspiciously collaborative, in my
Okay.
opinion.
So
But
who gets
green gets
odds?
Europe net, so we'll both be on +5. Now, this does set me up for losing Australia. We throw
This
the
is
alliance to
very
purple
collaborative play.
because we're not threatening
Don't
purple
ever see this. Like,
in Africa, right? This is we rarely see a demilitarized border between Brazil and North Africa, but we have it here. So the fact that I didn't threaten purple might mean that purple is going to respect me in Oz, at least for a turn. Green is going to go pop into
literally never.
Europe. He's
I
probably
love
going to
green
pull
for
off
he's
the
a
European
sniper, man.
turtle. So we have the hard guard in
He's
Iceland, the
he's-
interior
he's
threat
decided to
guard
work with me,
in the
and
middle.
So far, it's working out.
No,
Let's see how
he
far
keeps the
we
17
can
active.
take
So
this
this again is
illusion.
aggressive play by green. Green is indicating that they are trying to hunt for kills. They want to progress the game. They do not want this game to stalemate. I respect that. Green doesn't exactly have a line on blue. They have a better line on yellow. So if either blue or yellow misses set here, as I said, one of these guys might die. So if you're yellow right now and you have cards, whatever they may be, even if they're dude straight, you set for sure. Because if you don't, you are worth killing. Does yellow go to 5? No. Okay, yellow sets gets the 10.
So yellow.
Can they kill blue?
Does yellow have the blue kill?
That's what I say. Can they get the blue kill?
Right. Showing a little too much love.
9v5. Well, wouldn't you guys know something about a 9v5? 9v5 is not 100% roll.
Oh fuck!
You see that shit? So this is where knowing your balance splits odds are. Just so everyone understands what we're talking about. 9 troops on attacking territory and 5 troops on defending territory is a 97.03% chance, okay? Yellow just failed a kill on a 97% roll, okay? It is a 4-card kill, and that player is next to act. If they get lucky and they get a set, they can kill him. Now, the split there came real close. Could have been the other way, right? Could have been that yellow. What was the roll here? 19v14? I just want to see what 18v14 would have been. So 19v14 is 97.64, slightly better. And 18v14 is 92. So he made the highest odds play given the fact that he lost on the 2. I think that was absolutely a great play for yellow to make. That was a play I would have made. And if the dice just happened to fuck me, I would have lost, just like yellow. So we're not going to shit on yellow for that play. I think it was a sound play. I think he just got incredibly unlucky. But now what do you do as blue? Well, if you're blue, you set and you punch him back.
Oh fuck!
This is tragic, though, dice-wise.
What a roll!
This opens up all sorts of circumstances.
Does blue have cards?
Does blue have cards? Blue does not. Blue goes.
They do not.
They do not. Blue takes a card. They give me
Ladies and gentlemen,
5
get the
free
fuck out of here.
cards. Now, I don't know which one of these guys I kill first. I don't actually have, let me just pause. I don't actually have an argument for who I should, quote, should kill first. In this situation, both blue and yellow are the victims of bad luck, and I am massively the beneficiary of it. And we get 7 free cards. One thing I want you guys to pay attention to when you make moves like this is where do you put your stack after? What are you going to do after you get those sets, right? Who are you going to hit after that? Are you going to make it so that you can continue maintaining initiative? Now, you notice I picked off green in Mexico. I think that should have been a tell for what I'm about to do next. So here is where the game might become controversial. So a lot of people would look at this and go, I would love to have a homie like green. I pray to have a homie like green. I want someone who's aggressive. I want someone who benefits me. I want someone who advances the game state. I agree. I want all of those things. However, green's play has been so beneficial of mine that I'm suspicious of them. And when I'm suspicious of someone, and I'm in a situation like I am currently, where I can easily kill one of the 2 players and go into the 1v1, confident I can win, I'm going to make that choice. So we betray green here, and we give him 3rd. He is going to be very upset about that. But I, as a rule, when I am playing these games, have to prioritize. He throws me a heart. And I was like, fuck, I get 3rd. Yes, you get 3rd. I'm going to have to prioritize me winning the game over who gets 2nd. And, it's not close. So the conversation about loyalty, the conversation about betraying your homie, when to betray, the reality and risk is you're gonna. Right? I often make the joke that when my opponent... when my homie and I go 1st and 2nd and I beat them in the 1v1, my opponent got the best of all possible outcomes from working with me, which is 2nd. So in this situation, we take our very high odds line for 1st by killing green, taking him off the table. I don't want a 3-player classic fixed stalemate if I can avoid it. I appreciate green's loyalty. Unfortunately, in this game, it got him 3rd. I don't know if he was watching. I was a little suspicious of it. We'll never know, right? But when players play too beneficial to me,
I don't know.
I don't necessarily think about them favorably, if that makes any sense to you guys. I don't want players to not play to win and feed me wins, right? That feels weird to me. So we are now in a situation where we have 20 troops on our opponent. We break their only remaining bonus. We manual down the 15. So manual rolls if you have time. I'm going to get slightly better odds. Anytime a blitz roll is less than 50%, so what was it, 8v15 or something? Anytime a blitz roll is less than 50%, you get natural odds with rolling dice. So assume you have the clock, just roll it.
Right? I have an almost guaranteed.
And we can talk a little bit about 1v1 theory, I guess, to close out the video. What should purple do? So now there's no diplomacy left. Now we are in a heads-up scenario. I have a massive advantage. My opponent has an 8 stack and a 19 stack. So basic theory for 1v1s goes like this. Make sure your opponent's territories are cut down in multiples of 3. The risk reinforcement rule is you generate troops according to the amount of territories you control, divide by 3, round down. You can never get less than 3. So everything from 1 to 11 is 3, 12, 13, 14 is 4, 15, 16, 17 is 5, and so on, right? The second rule for 1v1s is, that's the second rule. The first rule for 1v1s is break your opponent's bonuses. Do not allow your opponents to generate extra troops if you can avoid it. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 for 1v1s is do that. Don't let them generate extra troops by holding board. Rule number 3 is then take and hold your own bonuses. Purple is in a lost position. There is very little they can do to get out of this. And as far as what happens, okay. From this point on, it is just a bit academic that I'm going to win this game. They might set on 3 and delay the outcome by a turn. I wish them a good game. This one got fed to me. This one got fed to me by green's aggression and yellow's bad luck, and then blue's bad luck by not having set. So a bunch of players the dominoes had to fall in the right way for me to win so quickly and so easily here. But those dominoes were mostly luck, and I played my seat, and I didn't allow the game to stabilize because I'm not willing to reward, say, green's loyalty at the expense of my victory. And I think you guys might all have a slightly different threshold for that, right? Maybe you would want to reward the loyalty with second. I get it. I respect it. But I'm not in the position where I can afford to take risks like that. You know, I need to prioritize winning a lot more. And we hold Australia there, just ensuring that no matter what happens, I'll just clean them up. And this will be the final turn. And it was a quick one. So that's kind of why I thought it would make a little bit more sense not only to talk about what I do, as I usually do, but also to talk about what everyone else should have done, in my humble opinion, right? As always, folks, make sure that you don't take anything I say as gospel. I'm not preaching. I'm not infallible, right? I make a ton of mistakes. There is a lot of subjectivity and risk. So this is my opinion on how I would have played every position in this game slightly differently. And yeah, if you guys like this style of analysis, let me know and we can do more of it. Ask for it. I love it when you guys ask me in the comments specific strategy questions. And when you do, please give me timestamps. Just as a rule, if you have questions, the best thing I can do to answer them is know exactly when you're talking about, because who knows when I shot this video, right? You just watched it. It's probably fresh in your memory. It might not be super fresh in mine. And yeah, if you like this, by all means, like it. And for those who maybe have watched the game without the commentary, and or for those of you who would like to watch the game without the commentary, that will also be included in this video. Folks, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing a little bit of Classic Fix World Domination. We like Classic Fix World Domination. We like spawning with Australia. We like being in the ultimate seat. This is just everything I would ever wish for. We like it. The game has decided, Pete, you're going to be the Australia noob today. Fook. Perfect game. Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Classic Fix World Domination Auto 60 with a neutral bot, balance, splits dice, alliances are on, fog, blizzards, portals are off, and I'm in the ultimate seed playing as orange. Fook. I don't like it. And we are absolutely gifted Australia. But you know who would also like to have something to say about this? Oh no, Red plays well. Red has a gifted Europe start, which is way better. Green get a noob slam? That would be fun. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to play that game. Yeah, green makes play for the Africa sphere. Okay. I can dig it. It's a North American start if I ever seen one. Oh, baby. It's rare you get such a definitive spawn. Okay, so spheres of influence are already kind of established. We got yellow clearly going for North America. We got red clearly going for Europe. We got green going for Africa. Purple kind of sits in SA. Let's see where we go from here. First stream I catch you in a classic Oz spot. Has to happen, Bart. Is this the same Bart asking the questions? Yes, it is, Bart Bram. Oh man, I love your questions. Don't be shy with them. Don't be shy with them. I love the questions. Give it to me. I think it makes the show more interesting when I have something interesting to talk about. So, love the asking, love the answering. Admiral Arthur says, "Hey Pete, in a vid recently, I heard something about a map competition. Am I crazy?" Yeah, I think that's on the it's on the main server. All goes both ways. I appreciate the interactivity. So you're making the show better. So blue blocks yellow in North America. Sure. On the Risk Discord, I know the Risk Discord has a lot going on. Is there a event somewhere? Contest discussion? Probably be in the community tab somewhere. There's a lot of tabs in this Discord. Yeah, the map competition comes around a bunch of times. You're in the PRT in my server? Oh, yeah. The Risk Discord is the one that you would get from in-game. Have they fixed the card trade bug? Yeah, that's fixed. They're fixing the dice too, frictionless. You hear about that? I'm making the show better. If your brain is a meat computer, what does that make your dick? A piece of meat. Sausage. You are making the show better. I love dick jokes. I do not feel too good for a little dick joke now and again. You'll believe it when you see it. Yeah, I think, well, I got to say, I think the network overhaul versus the dice change, those are going to be two completely different things. I think we're no longer waiting for the network overhaul. How the fuck am I going to attack him? Oh, I see. This is the classic. I'm going to ask you to attack red. This is the classic. I'm going to ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. When did they change the messaging? They're talking to us now. Hey Sam, what's up? Can they fix the cheaters? Hopefully. Ace88 says, what's the difference between a woman and a computer? A woman won't accept a 3.5-inch floppy, and you're damn right she won't. Not any complete computer you ever seen anytime recently either. Hey, Cosmic, motherfucking cowboy. How you been, sir? Cosmic Cowboy been streaming Risk recently. It's nice to see. You accidentally got to top 50? Yeah, that's just, stick-to-itiveness, huh? So the only upside, let me show you guys, let's talk about a little risk strategy. So the only upside to Australia is that situation, right? I've been gifted it. I now have all of my troops in it. I took it turn 1, and now I have all of my troops open, ready to punch somebody. So my job as the Australia position now is to line myself up on a profitable or neutral kill and then occupy the new territory after the kill is made. Otherwise, I remain stuck in this shitty position. I mean, I'll work with you if you want. If you want to attack red, you want me to follow up, I'm down. Because that will actually work good for me, because then I'll get Europe out of the deal. But let's see. Like, I don't know, green. The best part of Australia is leaving Australia. Uh-huh. I mean, yellow looks pretty lined up and juicy. Let's see what green does. Green will be testing me to see if I back him here. How hard does he hit red? If you hit red hard enough, I'll kill him. If you hit red hard enough, I will finish the job. Red will not see it coming, and they will be very upset. Okay, that's pretty damn hard. Uh-huh. I'm in. I'll take 4 free cards at this point. Yeah, no, you're good. I see what you're doing. This is a good play. I like green too. He's forcing some action. Is Africa for the taking? I wonder what happens because you explained what you were doing and I agreed to it, sir. You can look, I'm taking the kill. You can trust me. But like, then where do we shake out? I get Africa, you get Europe, I guess. I'm not going to go back to Australia. Once I'm out of Australia, I'm not returning. So here's the thing. Now that we're out of now that we're out of Oz, as I said, right? Yeah? Is that okay? Yeah? Really? Are you the best friend I've ever met in my life? Okay. I mean, this is some very, very collaborative play for Classic Fixed. Okay. So who gets Oz? Purple. This is very collaborative play. You don't ever see this. Like, literally never. I love green, or he's a sniper. Hey, man. He's decided to work with me, and so far it's working out. Let's see how far we can take this arrangement. Okay. So yellow sets. Does yellow have the blue kill? Kind of. They don't take it though, right? Showing a little too much love, yeah. There's such a thing. He is going to take the blue kill. He is going to take the blue kill and then be out of troops though. Oh fuck! What a roll! What a roll! Does blue have cards? They do not! Ladies and gentlemen, get the fuck out of here!
There's a little too much good, a little too much friendly play on that from that side of the board, sir. I don't know. I think it's just safer to have you not exist. Nothing personal, sir. Oh my god, everyone's gonna be all pissed off at me in the fucking comments and be like, "Oh, you betrayed your homie, man." It's like, it's a little too friendly. I don't know. That type of coordination makes me suspicious. Also, I have a winning line here, right? I have an almost guaranteed victory at this position, so isn't much upside to the risk. Maybe explain why it was the best thing not to give them second there. Because I don't trust him. Right? Because nobody plays like that. Nobody aggressively tries to team with you that hard. So I think my suspicion, my spidey sense was tingling from that. If green isn't a GM, he's a sniper. Exactly. Exactly. I don't think that. I think it's almost certain he's a sniper because you don't see GMs play that hyper aggressive just about ever. Yeah, now I'm in not a dominant 1v1, but I'm in a 1v1 at advantage, so should be able to. Yes. And okay. Yeah, I mean this is a win here, right? Good game, man. The only way he's genuinely that aggressive is if he's a higher skill tournament player. The odds of that in the wild aren't exactly high. No, thanks, Epi. Yeah, I think that 3 fortify. I mean, he still has a set on 3, so he's going to break everything this turn. But I can reciprocate with a 6 trade and break his stuff. Yeah, not bad. I think I'm okay. The them having a set on 3 does delay the outcome a bit. But then I'll flank with Australia and hold Australia. You would have done the same. Nice. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, I thought about the positioning, and I was like, they're not getting in through Asia. They're getting in through the main line. And him having a set allowed him to get in. But, yeah, I got a set. I'm good. So in this situation, it's 26 to 21, but I'm going to get another 7 troops, plus my set. And there's 2 ways you can go about this position. You can... Actually, I think I want Argentina. You can try and take the straight line and lock them in Oz, but I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to take Oz with an expectation of holding it. And get them under... Yeah. So we're pretty good here. I can even put the 4 out. I think we're fine. Yeah, I go for the Australian hold, exactly. Purple. You made it to the end of the gauntlet, sir. I think if I was off air and green played exactly the same as he played, I would have given him second. So I think this is just a casualty of my overabundance of suspicion and paranoia when I play live. But I just can't trust someone who's that mindlessly focused on benefiting me. Right? kind of to the exclusion of themselves. Why would he give me a free 4-card kill on the 3rd turn, right? What's in it for him? I think players that you just don't see, you really just don't see that, right? So that's what ultimately made me suspicious. But we'll never know. Pete hates puppies. Fair enough, Chad. I'm the worst. We got 3 masters in this game. Woo-hoo-hoo! Defeating 1 novice, 1 intermediate, and 3 masters. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And in fucking no time flat, too. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, we're all on the path to world domination. Good games and good luck.